Howdy everybody and welcome back. My name is Benzo and we're going to be out on the creek today trying to find some of that chunky gold. Howdy everybody, Benzo here down on the creek. Welcome to 2022. This year I got all new goals. We're going to try to hit and break those too. So I'm out here trying to record how to prospect for gold part 3. But really, I don't have that much time. And the truth of it, I did a few pans in a spot at the end of the day. And it's been weighing on my mind. I can't stop thinking about it. So I'm going to go and see if I can do a few buckets and get a little bit of smile of gold to show up for it. Hopefully it's a little chunkier and we'll see what happens as we get down deeper. Got a new year, new phone, new equipment coming in. A lot of new stuff this year. I'm gonna try to make it really nice. We got a really good hike in front of us. We got all the gear. So let's get to it. Well, I finally made it to my spot. It was a longer hike than I remember. But I tell you what, I can't tell if nature just turned this over or a bunch of people been in here digging. I got my drinks in the cooler over there. I went ahead and put the sluice in. That's not where it was set up before, but I don't know if nature blew that hole out or if people moved that around. Can't really tell. It's all been moved around. I come down here and I jumped in the hole over there and I got one bad looking pan. Let's see how this camera does on this. It looked like flood wash and I washed it back. Oh yeah, and that's a decent spatter and that was a really quick spin. Wasn't really dirty or muddy. So I'm gonna start scraping and scooping and see what I can get out of a bucket here, because that's not too bad. It's small stuff. Back up a little bit. See it in the pan, still see a couple little specks there. It's looking good. So we're gonna go to it, get some gold. Here we got an update here. That's where I'm digging. Here's my bucket. I threw a pan under this because look what just popped up. It's really, you can tell there's pieces of old bedrock in there. Here's a piece of rock and clay. I just want to know if anything's popping out of this. It's gritty, but it's not got a lot of gravel in it. So I'm going to bust this down, give it a shake, and see if there's any gold in it. It's going to take a second. Surprise! Absolutely nothing in that. And that's why we do these little tests. After seeing that skunkalicious pan there, I looked around and I said, maybe I'm not in the right spot. So I walked around and thought about it. Did most of my thinking with my feet. And I found this. I'm going to shake that down, and then I'm going to run whatever's in the bucket. It's almost 4/5 full, but this is looking better. Gravel in the clay, bigger stones. Yeah, let's shake it. Okay. Even though that was the same color clay in the same, I'd say, pay line, it was a different depth, and here we go. I started spinning it back, and I was like, ooh. They need to see this. Well, there's still some big rocks in there. I didn't do a good job. So give it a little wiggle. What in the world? Look at that, guys. Test pan man right there. Let's tap that up in the line. I think that's more gold than I got on my last trip altogether. Checking in, here it is. Here's all that gold tapped up in a line real quick. And I missed some. There's some down here on the tail. So, wow. So let's run this crap bucket and see what we get. We won't even get this much gold out of the whole bucket, I bet you. And then we're going to go dig some buckets up there, because that shows quite a bit of potential. But that was, I'll say it, it's shallow clay. I hit it right quick. So hey guys, there's the gold. I went ahead, I think my drinks are cold by now. I went ahead and just ran that through the sluice as quick as I could. And I shifted a couple rocks around on the clean out and I set it back down, and boy, it set down perfect that time. You know, sometimes you just got to tweak one rock. And it's looking good, so I'm ready to go. So I threw that through the sluice as fast as I could, and there's a couple bigger flecks that I was happy to see. There's a bunch of fines. I'm going to snuff this up because I'm excited to get back up to where I found that test pan and see. I'm going to set up the bucket and start digging it and do a test pan along the way to see if there's more gold or see what was under that clay from the first one. I don't know. It's going to be fun though. Let's go to it. Working on that bucket from the good spot, and here's the second test pan. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Working right along here, bucket's almost full. I'm getting ready to do a 1 scoop test pan from the bottom of the hole compared to a 1 scoop test pan from just up on the surface. So I got a keeper here. I want to show it to you. And it just looks like a piece of that soft bedrock, you know, kind of flakes away, rubbing your hand. But check this out. It's got a nice quartz seam that busted up through there. That bedrock is pretty much decomposed. I could break it to nothing. But that quartz is very yellow brown, and from this side looks like it has a mineralized crust on one side. So this is a keeper. This is probably going to get crushed. Let's see what's in it. Maybe that's argillite. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert. We'll find out. It's a keeper. So this is the pan from the bottom. I had to go pretty much 2 scoops because it was all rocks the first time. And that is not a bad showing of gold. And that's a nice little piece. Let's get a super extreme close up. Oh, I can't get it to focus though. Oh, the spot up above there showed some gold, but not as good. I don't think I was in the pay streak. I think I just got some overburden, no clay. So I need to regroup there. It might be a little deeper. But where I was digging was still good. Here's a bucket. It's definitely too full. But I got a nice handle on it. Makes it easy, and I got a pretty good walk to do it. Make sure we don't twist ankles. Take our time. Get there. Alright guys, I got this run here and we're going to do it together. I stopped as soon as a little piece of gold showed up. Let's tap some up in there. Oh. Things on the left side. Holy smokes. This is that one bucket, guys. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's clean this up a little better. We're going to take a better look at this. What in the world? Alright, so I cleaned that up a little bit. Tap that out. Yes. I am very happy with this one bucket right here. I think I can do one more. And I'm going to just call it a day and be like, I'm super happy about that, and go do some other things and live stream tonight. Awesome. Look at that. Hey guys, checking in here, working on this next bucket. This is bucket number 3, showing you what's coming up. Big lumps of clay. Some of it has deteriorated bedrock, some of it doesn't. But I hit a spot, and I got something in my hand here I want to show you. Look at this. Don't look like much anything. But this was in the deteriorated bedrock. This is seams that were shot up in that bedrock. And it's not quite exactly clean white quartz either. and it's got caps on it and stuff. But I'm saving it all to go in the crusher. See if there's any gold mixed up in this. But it's a type of quartz seam shot up in the bedrock. Keep popping out. So I'm going to collect them all. That'll be a project for one day for Jim's garage. Okay guys, I wasn't exactly under the bucket, it was beside the bucket. I decided to shake a pan down. I did a fast shake and I shook it into the bucket. But I saw a piece of gold pop out. I was like, well, they need to see that. That's not it. That's it. Oh my goodness. That is a nice piece of gold right there. Look at that. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to snuff that up and make sure I don't lose that thing. But I think my bucket's pretty full, and I think that's going to be about it. My last bucket here is taking some time to run. I think as normal, the water goes up here in the afternoon every day. So it's running a little hot. So I threw some rocks in the hole up above. Cut off about 30% of the water flow. It's still running plenty good. So you saw right there a clay ball, trying to break it up as best as possible. It takes so long to get this bucket that the clay started re-solidifying. And I feel like I need 2 of these sluices here to probably catch all the gold, because it's probably taking that long for the clay to break down as it bumbles down through there. So you can see all the broken bedrock in the sluice, the gray bits, as opposed to just all ironstone, the red bits, and quartz, the white pieces. So I'm kind of feeding it slow, making sure I break it down, get plenty of water in here. Because if I just dig it out like that, pretty solid. Gotta mix it up real good. I'm hoping this is going to be a good run. I dug from more places. I didn't show the gold kind of petered out, and did a lot more testing up and down, left and right, deep, left, right, center, trying to find where the gold was. And I did one more test pan under the bucket. And it was a lot of pieces of gold, but it was a bunch of fine gold. And that's the first pan like that I've seen today, is a bunch of fine gold. I just snuffed it up. So we'll run this, clean it out, show you the run, show you the snuffer dump. I think it'll be a pretty good haul for 3 buckets in a few hours. Oh. Oh! Here's that last run, guys. I think it's a pretty good amount of gold. Looks really nice. And here's what was in the safety pan. Pink! 1 piece. Yeah, it's not so bad. I panned it really fast. That's why I use the safety pan. Get that 1 piece that I was going to leave behind, which is probably less than 1% of all of this. Fantastic. Tell you what, I'm going to snuff this up, start packing up a little bit, and we'll do a snuffer dump. Hey, thanks for joining me, guys, on this little adventure today. If you like big gold prizes, find me on Patreon, and we'll do gold prizes over there. It's a lot of fun. Big drawings every month. New tiers coming out with guaranteed gold no matter what. Let's take a look at what I did today. So here's some of the rocks. I don't always show you the rocks I towed out, but I like to pick up some rocks every now and then. I found a pocket of some nice chert, and I'm going to see what I can do with those. And all this is that seam. I dug up a couple shovelfuls of deteriorated bedrock. You can see the slat of the bedrock with clay in between it, but when it broke down, there was seams of this running through it, and there's a bunch of it, and it has mineralization on some of it more than others, some of it a lot more than others. So cool. Let's look at some gold. No, boom, zoom. There's the gold for the day. Really shiny. This gold here is heavier than some, heavier than most, really. Take a look at that. What do you think it is? 0.2, 0.17. I think it's over 0.15. That's a thick little line. Let's give it a little shaky shake. Spread it out. Okay, that's what it looks like spread out. We'll zoom out so you can see what it really looks like in the pan. You can get an idea there. So I'll try to clean this up really good and weigh it up, and y'all can guess along the way. See how close you are. It's really hard to tell with this stuff. There's several bigger pieces which really inflate it. I'm just going to go with 0.19. That's going to be my guess. Hey guys, back at the house here doing the Patreon live show, creating a infinity loop here. But here's the gold from today. Look at all that. Almost hit that 1/4 gram. You know, that was just 2 good buckets. Nice. That first bucket wasn't much. So, until next time, get in the creek and get that gold.